Madden holiday is here and we will play all night. Calling sick and sound sincere, in tackles will delight. The fridge is packed with drink and meat, the taste of victory sure is sweet.
Okay, so in this video we're going to be talking about what exactly my plans are for this upcoming football season. So namely, I'm going to use the prediction videos to expand to covering college football. I have managed to purchase an Xbox Series X, or no, Series S, my mistake, sorry. You just get so used to saying X. So anyway, like I said, I managed to purchase an Xbox Series S. So I will be able to get College Football 25 when it comes out. Maybe I'll be able to pre-order it. I'm not entirely certain. I won't be able to do the big MVP bundle, but, well, you know, given everything the way how it's worked, I'll take what I can get. Though, if not, we still might only be featuring Madden footage. Hopefully not, but again, I'd like to at least try to keep things as accurate as possible. The show will still be called Rambling with Madden, even though we'll be having college football stuff in there too. But again, that's not going to be too big of a change. That being said, if you know anything about how this works, college football and professional football schedules don't exactly line up automatically. For example, the first 2 weeks of the season, we're only going to be covering college football games, and then, well, we'll probably be towards the end of the season, towards the end of the regular season for the NFL. We'll probably only be covering those games. Obviously, with there being 43 college bowl games, including college football playoffs, I can't do all of them. Any of the non-playoff bowl games, I'll try to touch on a few of them, but basically what I'll probably have to do is put the college football playoff preview in its own separate video, at least for the first two rounds, the opening round and the quarterfinals, I guess is what you would call that. And then maybe I'll just touch on, say, one or two of the non-playoff bowl games whenever we preview that week of NFL action as well. And then for the semifinals and finals of the college football playoff, those will be mixed in with the pro reviews, or the pro predictions. And of course, this means we will be covering the gloriously wonderful Week 0 of college football. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Week 0 is essentially a lineup of games played before the official recognized start of the college football season on the Football Bowl subdivision, or FBS level. A lot of these games are either played internationally or against Hawaii. Basically, they do this so that the teams involved can get an extra home game, which in the long run can help alleviate costs, and of course also can wind up helping with bowl eligibility sometimes. And while bowl games are probably mostly irrelevant now thanks to the college football playoff, yeah, their payouts still kind of are relevant. Not to mention, all of this expanded coverage will mean there'll be plenty of more old-timey commercial breaks, which I know is probably the main reason why you tune into all these things. But anyway, let's enjoy some of that right now.
It's a hit, it's the rage. Harrisburg, you're on stage at the Camp Hill Shopping Mall. Come on in and be a part of all the fun.
Bring the kids.
There's something new for everyone, and it's there for the fun of it all. So come on, everyone, and be part of the fun at the Camp Hill Shopping Mall.
Bear down. It's not just about school spirit. It's about a school's soul. It's about the daily struggle to reach skyward by digging deeper than we ever thought possible. It's about real pride in the city's real people. At the University of Arizona, Bear Down is about turning challenges into opportunities, and opportunities into humanity's greatest achievements.
Well, join us tomorrow on The David Letterman Show with Mr. and Mrs. Art Buchwald, housewife phobias, Rich Hall, small town news, and I'll tell you about my speeding ticket.
It's NBC Magazine with David Brinkley. The award-winning newsman joins a top-notch team of correspondents. It's a team you'll want to join. Premieres Friday, September 26th.
Okay, so this is how I plan to cover the first couple weeks of the football season. Like I said, our first 2 weeks are the college football week 0 and then week 1 of the college football season. The NFL regular season will then pick up with week 2, and we'll pick up what we'll be covering in week 2 in a later video. Now, as it pertains to the college football coverage, trying to cover all 134 schools at the FBS level would be kind of impossible. I mean, just to try to dedicate it and pay attention, it's just way too much to keep track of. If I did somehow do it, it would be entirely by accident. I'm also trying my best to avoid any football bowl subdivision versus football championship subdivision or FBS versus FCS games because, yeah, those games are usually not very interesting. But sometimes they're just unavoidable, like what we'll get to in week 0 here. Likewise, we will do some FCS showcase games when those arise. Obviously, there's going to be a big one, which, if you know anything about where I live, so we'll get to that when we get to those, but that'll be later in the season. Basically, with the FBS level games, I'm going to try to at least cover one school from each conference. It shouldn't really be that hard. There's only, well, technically 4 power conferences. Then there's the remnants of the Pac-12, and then the non-power 5 conferences, which I guess technically add up to 10, but it shouldn't be too hard. We're going to be doing an average of 3 games a week. And, of course, we'll also be doing an average of 3 programs a week, so that way you'll get everything split out nice and properly, for lack of a better term there. Now, I don't intend to dedicate entire weeks just to one conference unless it just sort of happens. Again, it's going to be unintentional. Like, obviously, covering the conferences, the Big Ten and the SEC, which both have, the SEC has, 16 teams, and the Big Ten has 18 teams. So, yeah, again, it might happen, but again, it's going to be completely unintentional. Anyway, if you're wondering which are going to be our for lack of a better term, college exclusive weeks. Those are the first 2 weeks of the season. Week 0 is begins on August 24th of this year, obviously. Week 1 is 5 days later, the Thursday after that. That's August 29th. Then week 2 is Labor Day weekend, so that's September 5th, the Thursday there, and that is going to coincide with obviously the start of the NFL season, so that's when we'll start covering NFL games. Okay, so after this break here, we're going to be talking about which games we'll be covering for the first 2 weeks of the football season. That, of course, being week 0 and week 1 of the college football season.
S&S TV Rentals Summer Madness Sale offers more for less. The heat is on with fantastic savings. Now, when you rent a color console for 1 month, you can rent a VCR for just a penny. That's right. During S&S TV Rentals Summer Madness Sale, rent a complete color console for 1 month, and the VCR is yours to rent.
Well, Kentucky Fried Chicken's got a great new summer deal, son.
The Summer Fun Pack. 10 pieces of original recipe chicken and all the fixins at a cool low price.
Fun, fun, fun with Kentucky Fried Chicken tonight.
Little Caesars introduces Baby Pan Pan. 2 little pan pizzas for 1 low price. They're perfect for small appetites. Sorry, you're too small. New Baby Pan Pan.
Pan Pan.
Individual size pan pizzas at Little Caesars.
Now, buy any size Coke at Little Caesars, and you'll get a second one free.
That's a lot of Coke.
A headache. My first day on the job.
Miss.
Anison.
Tests show Anison's aspirin formula provides better headache relief than regular aspirin.
Great lunch. Now get ready for dinner.
Anison, when relief is a must.
Okay, these are the games we're going to be covering for week 0 of the college football season, which basically runs on Saturday, August 24th, 2024. Basically, the ACC and the Mountain West dominate week 0. We have Florida State traveling to Dublin, Ireland to take on Georgia Tech. We have Southern Methodist University taking on the Nevada Wolfpack. We have the Delaware State Hornets traveling to Hawaii to take on the Rainbow Warriors. And we have Montana State traveling to Albuquerque to take on Los Lobos of New Mexico. Moving on to week 1 of the college football season, we're going to be covering 6 whole games, starting with my obligation as a citizen of the state of North Dakota, as the North Dakota State Bison travel to Colorado to take on the Buffaloes. After that, we'll have the Clemson Tigers taking on the Georgia Bulldogs in Atlanta. We'll have an old school rivalry renewed as the Penn State Nittany Lions take on the West Virginia Mountaineers. After that, it's another old school rivalry as the Miami Hurricanes take on the Florida Gators. Then there's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the Aggies of Texas A&M. And then wrapping things up is a special Labor Day game between Louisiana State University and the University of Southern California. So yeah, that's quite a bit there, and like I said, we have not yet even moved into the NFL season just yet. So just imagine how many games we'll be covering in that one. Anyway, we'll come back after the break and wrap things up here.
It's Florida quality orange juice, and it's everywhere. It's for when you're feeling hot and not so hot. It's on the road and off the beaten path. It wakes you up, and it tastes like a dream.
Orange juice, there's nothing like it in the world.
100% pure Florida quality.
Go! Football is a game that requires you to be tough. This team will play with a great attitude. They're going to play with amazing effort, and they will be tough. Pitt is a world-class university, and I believe we can win championships here.
How bad do you want it? It ain't easy. Attention to detail. Go.
NBC is proud of our star-studded family, and our proudest moments are yet to come with the arrival of Ron Howard, Rona Barrett, Marvin Kelp, George Burns, Donna Summer, William Conrad, Bernard Kelp, Jane Kennedy, and Marie Osmond. More and more people are coming to NBC, proud as a peacock.
Okay, as we wrap things up here, you're going to have to bear with me a little bit as this part's pretty loosely scripted. Anyway, what you're watching right now should possibly be footage first captured off of the new console, so it's not exactly the same because it's not that much improved because I'm still using the Xbox One version of Madden here, and I had to tweak some of the settings to get the recordings just right. They recorded like only 3 minutes at 1080p, but it's you can record 10 minutes at 720. So that's basically what I did there. Anyway, let's as we wrap things up, the next video, likelihood is going to be the random trade review on Hockeypocalypse Volume 2, Line Change. After that, football-wise, probably the next video is going to be my thoughts on College Football 25, if I can manage to get it. We'll then have like a little Madden preview as well, and then obviously my thoughts on Madden. Maybe we'll do sort of an overall season preview again just to talk about what we'll be covering when the NFL season starts. There might also be like another sort of fun wrestling video released. I'm not entirely sure when that'll happen though, so I can't say for any certainty that with that one. See you all next time.
Dentists warn the #1 dental problem isn't cavities, it isn't tartar, it's plaque. And some people just don't brush well enough to get enough plaque off their teeth. That's why there's Plaques, the dental rinse specifically designed to help remove plaque.
If you love cheese, you'll love Pizza Hut's new Cheese Lovers Pizza. It's loaded with a delicious blend of 3 cheeses, fresh mozzarella, tangy cheddar, mounds of Monterey Jack. Choose 2 irresistible toppings. New Cheese Lovers Pizza. It's only for a limited time. And of course, it's only at Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut, making it great.
Once your children leave home, there's no telling what evil lurks.
Kid, you want some? No thanks.
Which is why we suggest you arm them with snack-sized Dannon mini packs. 1 cup is small enough to fit in a child's pocket.
No thanks.
delicious enough to fight off all temptation. And because it's pure Dannon yogurt, you'll know your child's in good hands. Even when he isn't in yours. Also from Dannon, frozen yogurt on a stick.
Tuesday, it's a special night for an all-new Quincy.
By what definition are you calling this man alive?
He's breathing.
By artificial means, nothing more.
Quincy and a small-town coroner expose a plot to keep a factory open at any cost.
If there's enough dust in there to ignite, can you imagine what it's like to breathe in there?
Based on a true story, an all-new Quincy on a special night Tuesday.
Hey guys, remember that you can support my work at patreon.com/SleepyTimeForCat Productions. Also, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, and ring that notification bell so that way you can be alerted to further videos.